Hi Heather, I am going to show you how to do a back carry with a baby during the bracing stage of Clubfoot correction. So this you have to be a little bit more careful of because you can't make a super deep seat with the baby that has the Clubfoot correction. So a lot of people still ask for good back carries where you don't have to run the worry of them really popping out of their seats until they're not going to have tons in the first place. So cross passes tend to really work really well for that. And so I'm going to show you a quick short cross carry. And what I've already done is I've started a little bit off center with about an arm's length out from the middle marker over one shoulder with my short tail, and I went ahead and kind of put it across my back. And then what I have done is taken the wrap itself and went ahead and sort of threaded it through her brace to make one single cross pass, and I have a very long pass right here. So I'm going to hip scoot her around onto my back after I get this cross pass sort of nice and settled on her. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull it up across her shoulders very nicely and just try to keep it spread. It's a little easier to do this part before you get the baby on your back, which is why I'm kind of doing it this way. So from there, I'm going to hip scoot her around. So here we go. Hip scoots. I'm going to pull this into my tail to keep her snug and secure as I bounce her over and around. And then I'm going to take that piece and tuck it in between my legs. So, let me get in a better position. There we go. So I'm just going to bounce her up where I want her to be, taking my time to secure this half of my rail. And what you're going to do is find the bottom piece that comes around and sort of flip it is going to make it the easiest to keep things as nice and secure as you can. So from there, we're going to flip this up over my shoulder. I'm going to pin it down with my chin for just a second while I work with it. And then I'm going to come around and pass it up and across my back. And then I'm going to work out my slack right here as I do that. Alright, so I'm going to just slowly sort of work out all of that slack strand by strand from my shoulder pass right here. So from here you'll have a few different options depending on what you want to do. And I'm doing this in a size 4 just so you know what sort of sizing that I'm working on. So you can take this piece and just drop it under your shoulder and keep it as a rebozo pass, which is what I personally like to do. So just make sure that it's nice and snug all the way across their bottom. If you want to and you need that extra security of cross passing, then you can take this piece and kind of gather it up and then reach behind and pass it under and through to make it a second cross pass. And then gather it up so that way you have that extra security of 2 cross passes if you want to do it that way, or you can use it as that rebozo pass, which I had just a minute ago. So tighten up your top rail coming over your shoulder again, and if you have a size 3 or so, then you can just tie off at the shoulder right here. I'm using a 4, so I'm going to do candy cane chest belt, and I do that just by twisting, especially with a thicker wrap, normally about 3 times. And then I take my longer ending tail and I'm going to pass through this loop in my shoulder, and I'm going to make a loop right here, just like this. Push my hand through, and I'm going to take this other tail and feed it through that little loop that I made. And then just tighten everything up. So this is the secure cross carry or short cross carry. This has both the leg passes going under her legs right now, and you can see how her feet are kind of sitting where they're just a tiny bit up, but her heels I can still reach back and feel are still all the way down into her boots. So that is what you want to be really careful of. Now, if you do have a baby that's a big leaner and she's going to try to lean out, or if you're going to do nap time, then I do recommend keeping that second pass as a rebozo pass because that keeps the top rail higher up on their chest. But there's another option for clubfoot correction, bracing stage, a back carry, nighttime, nap time. Really good carry for that sort of thing.